You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the April 5th meeting of the Michigan City Tree Board. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We're all ready?
Yep.
Okay. You don't have Say again?
Tim has all our.
Right, yeah, so.
Decker too.
Yeah. So I'm Mary Nell Murphy. I'm the Vice President of the Michigan City Tree Board, and since our President Tim Warner is not able to attend this meeting, I will conduct the meeting, and so I called to order this regular meeting of the Michigan City Tree Board on Wednesday, April 5th, at the IBEW building. So, Laura, are you ready to give us a roll call here?
Pretty soon.
Okay. I will mention then that I have some flyers to hand out. Delia, thanks for giving me a heads up on those. On the, this is, we'll talk about this later, but might want to get these out.
Thank you.
Earth Day extravaganza. Earth Month, but yeah, in honor of Earth Day. But we'll talk about those later. Want to do the roll call, Laura?
Dennis Britton, absent. Angie Nelson Deitch,
Present.
Betsy L. Sesser,
Present.
Laura Henderson, present. James Milowitz,
Present.
Mary Nell Murphy,
Present.
Tim Warner, absent. Elliot Segas, present. Good. We do have a forum.
Excellent. And I know you're going to pass that around for
I am.
everyone to sign and get back to Laura. So next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. We have two sets of minutes. First, we'll do the ones from March 1st. And I was away for that, but I did this evening watch the hour-and-a-half long meeting, which was very interesting. And I'm glad I saw that. Okay, so that's the March 1st minutes here. Hope everyone has had a chance to look at those.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approved. Thank you very much. Okay, and now the special meeting that we had on March 30th.
Did everybody get a chance to see that? I just sent it out today.
Today, right. So, yeah, I did,
Anybody
yes.
get a copy?
Was that in your, what you just sent?
And no, there was an email.
I didn't see it, but since I was there, I know what.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah, well, this is to
Make sure that the minutes reflect that, yes.
what you know.
Yes.
I wasn't there, so I can't vote on that.
Oh, here you go.
I should just one change.
Okay,
Where we have agenda, it should be minutes.
Not agenda.
And it should,
oh,
I
okay.
think Angie's name was spelled wrong, sorry.
Oh, yes, it's Andy, okay.
Oh, it's Andy.
Oh, yeah.
That's an easy
And
catch.
I was just doing some other minutes for sure. Andy. Thank you.
But otherwise, this looked good to me.
Angie didn't see that.
Sure. Okay, so can I get a motion to approve the minutes with those two adjustments, or basically typos?
So moved.
Thank you, Betsy. A second?
I'm going to abstain because I wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
Same here.
Do we have enough to vote on that?
No, we can second it, even if we weren't there. I
Okay.
mean, long as we can read it and we agree with it, it's not, we don't have to abstain, but
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, minutes approved from the special meeting as well. So those are our two sets of minutes then, thank you. And then we're gonna move on to the budget performance report presented by Carrie Bailey. Laura, that's this document. Any,
Yeah, if anybody, I do have one extra copy if anybody wants it.
Jim, would you like a copy?
I think that's what she's emailed
Yeah.
us, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand this budgeting. I mean,
I still don't understand it.
do we have an idea what our annual budget is?
Yeah, let's see.
No.
It was 1 million, but we downsized it to 5,000.
That is sarcasm for those of you watching at home.
So it's a few thousand a year.
Right, it's not a large amount.
Basically our per diem, that's essentially is it.
That's the big thing.
Yeah,
Not that it's very big.
Right, and 500 for education, 500 for membership dues. And then we also have a separate account with our donations, which is not the
Yes.
is that
Now,
correct?
the
right.
500 and the 500, those are for the
Mary,
poor.
may I use your pen
Yes.
for
Yeah.
just a quick?
So they're not getting spent.
but then we're accepting donations like at the farmer's market, especially people that get free trees, they often will give a nominal amount. So that needs to go in somewhere.
But we need to get the report for our donation fund, and we don't have that, we only have our, you know what I'm saying, like from here.
I'll talk to her again.
This is our, whatever, our regular budget, and then
Thank you.
education budget,
Well, that gets back to you.
and then we're doing donation fund.
Okay, well, can I get a motion to accept this report with knowing that Laura is gonna investigate that donation fund?
All right, second. Oh, move.
Oh, good.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passed, thank you. Okay, so moving on, there's that Beecher invoice, is that part of the, wanna talk about it now with the budget, or should we talk about that under new business?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that Janet from the Beecher called me to say that it was never paid.
Yes, so this is a Beecher invoice from September for some printing that was done.
Yeah.
Tree installations, spongy moss, spotted lantern, fly, commonly asked questions that we had printed. So it's a whopping $76.44, but it's as yet, I believe, still unpaid. But I think you did do a call back to see if they would.
Sounds like
I don't
education.
remember. I think,
I think you did, but
Adalia, did you do that? Did you?
I did it, and then they said to send the bill to Carrie, and she did, and they just never, I guess it never
It
got paid.
stopped there.
oh yeah.
Okay,
Could you follow up with Carrie?
I will try.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna.
So it would be easy to send another bill to Carrie.
Yeah, we just ask her why the invoice has not been paid, or what do we have to do to get it paid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I knew I wanted to bring that up at some point, and that seemed like a good place to put that, so that's done. Okay, so I'm gonna move on then to communications. Any communications?
Oh, I've got quite a few.
Okay. I know you're over there busy writing too. Minutes.
Okay, I got a little thank you from Virginia Keating of the Board of Works. Thanks for this update and the efforts you put in to fill this position. So that's everybody. I know it has been difficult, Virginia Keating. I spoke with the mayor's office. Actually, I spoke to Chris Yagelski, and at the time, I don't think he thought it needed to go to the Board of Works, but apparently it does. What he talked to me about was the mayor talking to Tatanisha about where she would work, where
a new
her office,
person-
where the office would be, and equipment, and actually, whether she would be part of the Parks Department or what, so.
Great, great.
So,
Can I ask a question about that communication? Because he just said in a meeting, the mayor, that he's waiting on someone to get out of school. That was just this week.
Oh, no, that was another candidate that we decided.
But he said that this week.
He said this.
And then he said we have an arborist, which I mean is a separate thing.
Yeah, okay, because it was weird.
It was very weird. We had a potential arborist and then we have an arborist. It sounded like to me, but I don't know. Yeah, it was very strange.
He was like, but we're waiting on him to graduate.
Well, that's that young man was somebody that we thought should get a job in some department, but we.
I was confused. I just
We're not-
wanted to make sure.
We were not recommending him for
Okay.
the city forester.
Right, I was just making sure that I understand the conversation, but are they moving forward with our recommendation?
Good
The
question.
Board of Works is going to talk to her,
Right, in like 9 days, yeah.
and that's another communication when I get to it.
Okay,
Where was I?
Okay, perfect, thank you.
but no, thank you for telling us
Yeah.
that, because that's,
I
Because it was
remember him
different than
saying
what-
that.
He said it in the last week.
Yeah.
What
He
was
said it at
your,
the candidates forum.
at the candidate forum, at the
Yeah.
next candidate forum,
that's concerning.
Let's see.
yes. Yeah, I heard that too.
Yep. Where's it, so,
Why 9 days?
Oh, well, I mean, that's
because
just what it's
that's when they
scheduled.
meet.
That's their meeting,
Oh, I
yeah,
see, I
yeah.
see.
But then they just meet, so we just missed it.
We just missed a
Yeah, we just
deadline
missed
for
it.
notice, yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't
Yeah.
squeak it through. But it's actually in executive session.
Also, we had to have notice and so.
Not that many days, but yeah.
And I know that you spoke with the candidate.
Yes, because someone from the Board of Works reached out trying to find the phone number of the candidate. And so then I, waited a couple of hours and then phoned to make sure that she had been contacted by someone from the board to make sure that, they had
Do
actually.
you remember who it was from the board?
It was on an email.
Was it Amber?
Yes.
Okay, so here's Amber. I phoned her yesterday oh, that's you. Then
And to confirm that she had been contacted by them.
okay,
Board
but
Works.
here's something that Amber sent.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had tons going on yesterday. The time should be 8:30 a.m. So did she know 8:30 a.m. or does she know 4:30 p.m.?
Oh, well, let me make a
So
phone call after this meeting.
I think my thought is she should call the person who contacted her.
Yeah. No, thank
Okay,
you, thank you. I did not pick up on that.
Right. So the people at City Hall have all the information about the person we recommended?
Originally, they did not have her resume, but when someone asked for her phone number, someone, I think from HR, forwarded on her resume to everyone on the board of
Okay.
Works.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want her to think that she's not getting the job and go on to get another job.
Well, I mean, if
The mayor should make a phone call.
all it takes is to say, we're gonna make this offer to you, and then they have to formalize it at the Board of Works.
Right.
They don't have to wait till the Board of Works to, I guess I'm confused.
the Board of Works said they wanted to meet her and
Okay.
talk with her.
Okay, that's interesting, because they're not the
Well,
hirer.
doesn't she have to have like a background check and a couple other things?
But I don't think that's up to the Board of Works.
But I think
Well, I mean,
personnel would probably do that, but I think the thing is, in our founding ordinance,
For the tree board.
yeah, for the tree board, it says candidates go to the Board of Works.
Okay,
Because when I
okay,
sent
that
off
makes sense then.
David, I sent it straight to the mayor's office, and I tried to shoot out. This has to go to the Board of Works, so
Okay.
Okay, now we know.
this went to the Board of
That
Works.
makes sense, okay.
So
Mary, would it,
maybe the ordinance can be changed, but I don't know. That's what it is.
Okay.
Mary, would it be useful for someone from this board to show up for that meeting with the Board of Works? And
It's a executive
Oh.
session,
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
We're not invited.
so I don't think so.
Okay.
and
That seems like it would be inserting ourselves where we're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
necessarily,
Well, I mean, the letter went out to.
with a strong recommendation,
Right.
so, to everyone on the
Yeah.
board, so. I
They
think-
know that we want her.
Yeah, I think beyond that would be pushy.
Pushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more communication. This is from Andy, that's why I was confused. Andy Johns Davis, with the Sustainability Commission. And she says this is about the event on April 29th at Krieger Memorial Hall. April 29th from 12 to 4. And we can set up anytime after 9. And there are tables inside which we may use. If we want to set up outside, we have to bring our own tables, which we could do. But the inside tables are from 6 to 12 feet long.
Can we move one of those outside?
No, we cannot.
We have I sort of donated to the cause an old table that, I know,
I have a couple of tables.
I do too.
and Tim has been schlepping around
We
to.
can have 20 tables out there.
Yeah, I think we should be outside if the weather is okay.
Yes.
So people can see us.
Yeah, and there's maybe 1,000 trees.
1,000 trees are not
That's a
gonna.
lot of trees.
We won't bring them all out, but.
Well, they'll come in 10 bundles.
Yeah.
So if we're not gonna bring them all out, we still have to bring them all
Well,
out.
on the table, I mean,
So Tim's gonna bring all those, or does he have that?
he's gonna pick up the trees.
Okay.
And I think we confirmed at the last meeting that he was still able to do that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And then we can just bring some of our tables, just to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we should bring tables, our own tables and our own chairs, because they don't want their
Yes.
Stuff on
stuff
I can,
moved outside.
I can bring 4
Do
chairs.
we have printouts, remember how we had the front of each type of tree, a nice color picture of like what it
I'm
looks like?
gonna request that I finish this communication,
Yeah.
and then when we get to that, on the agenda, we can talk about all that.
Cause I thought we were talking about the event, we're not talking about the event right now.
Well, she's still kind of going through the
Yeah.
items.
I'm sorry, okay, thank you.
So if we're inside, they'll provide at least 2 chairs, but we probably wouldn't bring some of our own chairs anyway. We're supposed to bring table coverings. We can take donations, but no vending, no food or beverage vending, so that's about it.
So, Dally, you've got a question on the event you wanted to?
No, we talked about it, we did it again, I just thought, this is for communication, right? So bring chairs, and then you said this,
Tablecloths.
well, tablecloths if you're gonna use their inside tables, right?
Yes.
Which we should probably have on reserve in case we do have to move inside.
Yeah,
Bad weather.
Yeah.
Like the emergency,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah.
so I think that's it on communications.
Thank you, Laura. Do we want to go on and talk about the Earth Month extravaganza at this point, or you want to wait till it's?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
I think so, I think that's
Okay.
the prime thing.
Okay. Yes, we definitely want to have, flyers about, the trees.
But remember we have like a laminated thing, I think, that's kind of attached to the table, so
Yes.
it's not for everyone to take with them, it's just what does this tree look like? And then you look, and then we'll have little flyers how to plant or whatever, like.
Do we have,
Those things, there are things that Tim brought.
I don't know if we have everyone for every tree we have this year, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know either, so.
And we have different trees.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna,
have different trees.
I want to mention, just so we all know what trees we have, because I think that's good to know. So we have 100 each of white oak, white pine, black cherry, tulip trees, which is our state tree, sweet gum, shagbark, hazelnut,
Oh, wow.
choke cherry, and these are getting into the shrubs then, with the hazelnut, choke cherry, gray dogwood, and buttonbush.
I'll bring a book, I have several
Excellent.
books that have color pictures of these.
Same,
And I have several books too.
same.
But I think it's really good, the thing that Tim brought last time. And I think they were off of Arbor Day.
Right, but like, people go to the tree, I mean, they can look themselves before everyone was.
Sure.
And the books are great too.
Yeah.
So is it just a printout for each one and it's laminated?
Yeah,
Or-
we got like the color picture, you know, what does it look like? People tell right.
How tall does it look?
Yeah.
Well, we're not distributing the laminated.
No,
We show
no,
them.
That's just like on a display, like clipped onto the table somehow.
And a lot of people would take a photo of it.
Yes.
Put out their iPhone and take a picture of that
I
info.
think we could have a QR code going to something.
Good.
And put it all on one
I can do
thing?
that too.
And if you have the color pages, I mean, I have a laminator, just run them through.
Good.
Nice.
Excellent. But I do think we should bring at least some, how to plant flyers.
Oh, yes.
Do we have them, or do you like this one?
Like that.
That's nice.
That's a
So we
good
can
one.
bring it to the beach here, except they're gonna say, wait a
You have
minute.
to pay your bill.
This is what I'm going to do, since you paid me the magnanimous sum of $50 a meeting, which I think is very generous. I will make a couple hundred of these
Awesome.
myself as a
Well, one, I
donation
would-
to the, now I'm not gonna make 1,000, but I'll make a couple.
I was gonna say 100,
A couple hundred, yeah, would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people take more than one, or they might not want one. And I'm proposing that on the back side, in black and white, that I write, just copy something about the tree board.
Excellent.
Whatever we have, isn't there a description online of
Yeah.
what the tree board is?
Yeah.
But what we need them to do is to sign up to get a tree, like when we do our community.
Yes, I like that
We would like to
information
sign
too.
and volunteer. Here's how you, contact someone for volunteering,
Okay.
and if you want a tree planted in your tree lawn.
And who should I,
I don't know.
I think that should be a separate thing.
well, this would use
no,
nice
yeah,
paper. It
yeah,
just-
I like that.
On the back.
I would put, if you, and we can talk too, but we have a wonderful logo now, and that's on the Facebook page, but I can send that to you so that you can put that. And I would put the address for our Facebook, or,
Yes.
so that they can go to that.
Maybe they can go to the Facebook page to request a tree. Do we have that?
We're not there yet.
We're not there
And
yet.
I don't like that, because not everyone uses Facebook.
I don't.
Right.
I'd have to get my
Right,
husband.
right.
You're the product, I don't.
The
But I-
QR code is good, I
The
think.
QR code, yeah.
Betsy, I
Do
think
a
that,
Google form or something.
I think it's a great idea, actually, because you're gonna have all these people who are interested, they're gonna be taking a tree. It's a great opportunity for some self-promotion
Yep.
and inform them about what we do
Right.
and the opportunity to get a tree and volunteer, and
Right.
I love that
Sign up for
idea.
a tree.
Okay, so I'll produce a couple hundred of those. By the way, do we have this in digital form anywhere?
Yes. I do. So I can send it.
In color?
If you can,
I actually printed it off of
It's on my
Dahlia's
webpage,
webpage.
actually, yeah. There's a JPEG on my webpage, or it's a PNG. whatever.
okay, could you send that out to everyone, and because I could forward it to other Facebook pages that I know about.
All right, or you could just really get it off my webpage.
Is this on our Facebook page, Mary?
No, they just posted it yesterday, so I was looking for it and it finally
I
appeared.
can send it to you.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, good, because I know like when I printed it, I printed like page 6 of 17 or whatever, so I didn't see it as a separate like flyer type format, but
Yeah, maybe if it's
You
on
may.
a picture, yeah. Okay.
I can put it in my
I'm thinking-
newsletter too. I have a newsletter that goes out every Sunday.
okay, you want to add that to,
I'll just put
in
this.
there? That's super.
I still have a newsletter that I send out each week.
Okay.
I can put this in there.
Great.
Great.
Dahlia, could you send out that form to the board?
Oops. I just saw an email, I replied to, there's 52 people. No, not that one. Not that one. I'm not a reply all person.
No. Okay, that would be great. And, go on. I'm sorry.
What I was thinking about, you were talking about volunteers and community people who want community trees. I think, I'm not saying we should have 1 million flyers for that, but we should have like a notebook and list, like people can write down their names, their address, their phone number, what they want.
Sure, we
And
notebook,
people who
yeah.
can also sign up their name and contact info to volunteer. I think it'd be good to have both of those things at the table,
Right,
so we can get that.
Good.
even if it's just a piece of notebook paper, I mean,
Yeah.
something.
Okay, so then just kind of letting everyone know about the event. So it's going to be, as Laura, you mentioned, on from noon to 4 on April 29th, and it's at Kruger Memorial Hall, 801 Liberty Trail. And all ages environmental event, guided hike, fossil hunt, games, information, tree and seed giveaway by the wonderful tree board, and more. And it says bring a toy or book to trade. And so there's information in various places, about that. So that's great. And I also saw this afternoon on the sustainability, this is, the Sustainability Commission's Facebook page, information about this event. And it had a posting that says some of the organizations joining us, and it mentions us, the tree boards. I want to let you know that we're
Oh,
mentioning
because you
it.
didn't mention us yesterday at the city council meeting as a
Oh.
partner. I was waiting to hear tree board and I didn't hear it, so.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we've got Save the Dunes, Indiana Department of Environmental Management, Solar United Neighbors, Shirley Hines Land Trust, LaPorte County Solid Waste District, LaPorte County Parks, another wonderful organization, Michigan City Tree Board, Potawatomi Audubon, fantastic organization, and Just Transition NWI Northwest Indiana. So those are the organizations listed by the Sustainability Commission as partnering, joining at the event on April 29th.
Okay, how many of us, who of us is going to be there on April 29th?
I will.
Oh, great.
Angie, did you say yes?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got Laura, Dahlia, Betsy, Angie, Jim, did I see your hand? No, okay. And I have another conflicting event, but I think later, for the end of it, I
Yep.
can come, so I'm a maybe.
Yep, I'll be there about 1,
Okay, super.
I think Tim is going to.
but I'll bring tables.
I'm pretty
If they-
sure Tim will.
if- I'll have somebody bring the tables.
Okay.
If we said we could set up after 9, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
No,
so,
I did agree with Andy that I would lead a couple of little
oh,
nature
yeah,
hikes there.
nice, good.
So,
And then,
what about Betsy doing it too?
Well, I would like to be,
Trees.
thank you, but I could do that some of the time, but I really enjoy meeting the people who
Yes.
want
Getting
to
the
plant the
trees.
trees so I can make sure that they're picking the right thing and they know what to do with it. And
Excellent.
of course, it'll be written down, but a lot of people don't read instructions.
This is very true. Okay,
So, yeah, I'd be happy to take a tree walk if people are interested, but I would like primarily to be
sure.
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, it's like a short 15, 20 minutes, and maybe
Okay.
two of them, so.
great,
So I won't be there the whole time, but it sounds like we'll be pretty well staffed.
great. And
How about on May 6th?
I was just, before we move there, and then Tim Warner also said that he would be attending, so that's great, and people can spell each other, so that's
Okay, well, I'll
wonderful.
get there around 11:30 on the 29th. I don't see the need to be there at 9 unless we're jockeying for space with people.
Yeah, we're not setting up a Ferris wheel or anything. Okay,
I do have a question. So are we just gonna work through email to get like, what we want laminated and all that? The files? Yeah.
Betsy, were you gonna pull together something that's got a color photo and a description of these kinds of trees?
No, I didn't offer to do that, I offered to bring a book.
Okay,
Well, if I could get a list of the trees, I was trying to write them all down in the bushes. I probably can just Google them. and get
I'll pull something together for these,
Okay.
and then I'll send
We
that to
need a
you.
list of the trees, yeah,
Yes.
a physical list. 'Cause,
Yes.
You know, send
Yes,
it to us, please.
yes,
Oh,
Nice.
I have,
Yeah, 'cause I started
I actually
writing.
made it such a list. Oh, that reminds me of one more communication.
Yeah, we probably need to have some kind of a email chain about like who's got what covered, really.
Right.
And we did a great job last year, I thought, just
Yes,
showing up and setting up, but
we have a lot more trees this year.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
Well, every time I've been to one of these, I meet people who somehow think that a tree is a houseplant. And they're gonna put it in a pot and stick it in the window.
well, maybe, yeah.
okay, and then I'll get the, I can get that tree list that I just mentioned here, and then I can email that out to everyone with with the information I put down about who's gonna be volunteering that day, and, then that can start the email chain on, who's doing what, and I'll put action items on there too.
Okay.
Who
that
is
sounds
gonna
good.
be at the May 6th event?
Okay,
Mace.
so May 6th is the farmer's market,
Oh.
and it's the first one of the season, and it's the one right after we have our tree giveaway, which
giving away trees.
which we assume we will not be giving all 1,000
so
trees
they'll-
away on
okay.
the Earth Day event. So we bring them to the first farmer's market, and it's May
Got
6th.
it.
And that's at 8th Street and Washington.
Let me look at my calendar.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Everything's officially here. Never needs charging.
Okay, Saturday, May 6th, and
Yeah, I can
usually
be
it
there.
starts at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We usually stay there till noon. I think the
Yeah.
farmer's market goes till 1, but we usually go like 8 till
Everybody
11:30-ish, right, until,
Yeah.
okay, so for May 6th, let me get that list down. So Laura, you said you would be there? Dahlia, great.
Are we gonna all be there at the same time, or?
We don't have to
Pretty
be.
casual though, we
Yeah.
can walk around, like one person
Right.
can go and get some vegetable and have.
You need some flowers.
Yeah, it's very social.
Let's say, I could be there from 10 to 12.
Super.
Okay.
Okay, and I know Tim, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be
I
there.
think so.
I don't know if I will.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
going to a conference.
It's a small table.
Yeah, I'm going to a conference.
You have to ask
I'm hoping it goes a weekend
I'm sure
before.
Dennis is interested in some of
Oh,
these.
yeah.
Right.
Check with him.
I can be there, my timing can be flexible, like
Okay. You wanna
either
make,
the whole thing or part of it or whatever you need me.
can you go
Yeah,
10
at least
to noonish?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. And Laura, I'm sure you'll probably be there at 8.
Probably.
I'll put till 11. And Dahlia, 8-ish? Or you wanna
Yeah, it
go
depends if I'm
9?
bringing plants.
Right, you have to go.
I might be a little after 8 just because.
Let's say 9.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe by 10 o'clock you won't have any trees left.
Great.
Oh, wait, I'm not gonna.
That would be a
I'm not
success.
bringing my trees this time.
Oh,
No,
that's
not this
right,
time.
that's right.
No, too much tree giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Save your trees for
So I-
later.
I'll
So
be
8 or
there at
9?
8. Yeah, 8 o'clock, yeah.
8 o'clock? Okay.
9, yeah. Okay,
8 or 9,
You know, because like last year, every time I brought my little seedlings, but not this time. We
Right.
got plenty of trees to go.
Yeah, we got plenty of trees.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So that's the May 6th event. So anything else on the May 6th event? And then what we tend to do is, we can wait till we get for the next meeting, but we usually try and go once a month. The tree board tries to have a table once a month at the farmer's market, with our flag and answering questions and bringing books and things like that. Which
That's a great place to get people to sign up for the community trees.
Well, depending on if we give away all the flyers that I'm going to make, at Earth Month, I may produce some more.
Perfect. Okay, and then we'll need a sign up for the next meeting on, well, we have to determine a day, but for the next farmer's market.
Yeah.
The one in June, maybe we'll try and do July as well.
Yeah.
And FYI, I will not be able to attend the May meeting. Okay, so that was a lot on communications, but I think that was very helpful.
I will go back to communications for one thing.
Oh, great,
Laura Koch
Yes,
texted me,
she's a former tree board member. Yeah,
and she was the vice president,
okay,
and has the beachside garden
yes.
on the east side of town. She's very excited. She's going to put our tree giveaways on her Facebook page.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That gets a lot of traffic.
That's my place, that's where I go.
I'm
Me
not
too.
sure what customers about.
And she has also been helpful to us, like,
Variety
we had extra trees after our second giveaway,
Yes,
and she kept them there and gave them away.
which is very nice of a nursery to do, to give away for someone else's free trees.
Yeah, but it's also a draw.
Yes, yes,
It's
yeah,
a good
To
draw
buy
too.
other stuff, yes.
excellent.
Do we have a plan to publicize the tree giveaway with the newspaper and the Beecher?
No,
Good question.
coming up, I was gonna ask about, Beecher notice, and that was talked about at the last meeting. But no, that at this point, there is not a plan to get that into Beecher, but I think that's definitely a good
If we
idea.
just send them a notice, I'm sure they will publish something about it.
Press release, just prepare a press release and
Yeah.
send it all out to all the press.
Yeah,
Well, and the Beecher has just lists of events, so even if you
Yeah.
don't have an ad size
Oh, yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
they can certainly list it in their list of events.
Yeah. But I think they need like a 3-week advance.
So
So
it
it
would
has
have
to
to
be.
go ASAP.
Yeah.
So Jim, weren't you the person that was gonna write press releases from
Oh, I do remember
I
that.
could, yeah.
Okay.
That would be
They should
great.
So
check
if-
my
if-
memory, so.
If somebody can send me the information on what trees
Mary knows.
we're gonna be having. Can I keep this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Well, and they're all, what do you call them, seedlings,
Oh,
saplings,
yeah.
saplings,
Yeah, they're
baby trees.
Yeah.
of course.
yeah, they're maybe this long.
So I will do an announcement that hits both of these events, okay?
Sure.
And one announcement, and then I'll send it to the Beecher, and I'll send it to the, I guess it's the
Herald Dispatch.
Herald Dispatch now, yeah, and
Great,
we'll get into both of those,
Great.
okay?
perfect, thank you. And it sounds like that needs to get out, like right
And that
away.
same press release, maybe share it with us, because then you can pop it up on Facebook as well, like as a,
Yeah,
blurb.
I'll put it in there.
But the Beecher is very important for us people that are Facebook resistant.
so it sounds like, Jim, if you could get that out, this is Wednesday, can you get it out Friday? Something just rudimentary, because they need that's the right, yeah, they need 1
Sure.
to 3 weeks, so that's just under the line, under the wire. Super. Okay, April 7th. Okay, any more communications? That was a lot of good communicating. Okay, moving on to committee reports, I think we've kind of hit this already, but for education and outreach, we've talked about the monthly farmers market, but the other item within there is tree ID labels, et cetera. And I don't think we've moved forward on QR codes and,
I think we have too much going on right now, let's
Yep.
just
yeah,
table it for
with
next
the,
meeting, yeah.
with the Earth Month extravaganza,
2
okay?
weeks in a row we're doing an event, so
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so we will defer action on that, which makes sense. And public relations, yeah, I can put, this kind of information on our Facebook site for those 2 events, if you want to get out for the Beecher and the Dispatch. That's me. And then we've covered it, Arbor Day, tree giveaway.
No, we did not cover that.
We did not cover that.
I need to talk.
Oh, Arbor Day,
Oh, yes,
that's not Earth Day.
right.
This is Arbor Day.
Yes, sorry.
Well,
No, it's Earth Day. Well, it's Arbor,
Well, that's the Earth Day extravagance.
Dahlia, enlighten
Right,
us.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's okay. So, in anticipation of our next Tree City USA application, we already had asked the mayor to do a proclamation. And I believe the date is the 29th, and I'll double check on that, but I would like to read it at our next city council meeting. So I need to get that on the agenda, right? Like,
Next Wednesday.
under what though? What is it? consider, I'm just gonna read Mayor Ridge wrote the proclamation, you know, this and this date is, you know, Arbor Day in Michigan City.
We do it, we should do it as a, so it's a proclamation, but should we do a resolution?
Well, I don't think we
No,
have
but it would be
to.
under, if, it would be under under the city departments and all that.
Yeah,
That's all it would be.
so we have to ask him to,
No, you can do it.
okay,
I
yeah.
think Tim has already asked him about that, but
Well, we have, I physically have an emailed copy of that proclamation, it's just, I think I actually have a real copy of it too. But I just say I would like to read it. at our next meeting.
Or send it to Gail under correspondence and then ask that you read it live under
Okay.
correspondence.
Sounds good.
sounds good.
Sorry, that was it. And then, the Arbor Day Foundation, like, I'm the contact person right now because we don't have a, you know, forester or arborist. So they really want pictures and like all about our events. So we need to really be conscious of taking pictures on both the 29th and on May 6th, our two celebratory days for Arbor Day. And they just want to be involved, and I guess I'm gonna have to go back and find that email, because I thought by now we would maybe have a list, but we don't. So anyway, so I'm just saying that they keep that in mind, take some pictures, share. I'll probably ask for them in the next meeting, and so, because they want to promote, they really want to use our pictures to promote whatever,
Sure.
Arbor Day.
Who's our photographer?
I usually take a bunch of, you know, iPhones.
We just take phone pictures are plenty.
Okay.
Who wants to get these photos? The Arbor Day
Arbor Day
Foundation?
Foundation.
And
Fantastic.
since we're using their template for the,
Proclamation?
no, for the handouts.
Oh, right, yeah, we're
Make
partners.
sure we have their logo on there.
Oh, it's
Yes,
on there.
it's
It's on there.
Okay,
Where I got it.
Excellent. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say, like, we need to kind of be in contact with our, so I'll still keep doing that until we get an official person, but yeah, so that's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so anything else then on the proclamation? The tree order, I listed out what the kind of trees we have, 100 of those 10 kinds. Sustainability Commission coordination, anything further on that?
Well, the Sustainability Commission is heading up this, so they know that
Yeah.
we're coming.
And she sent me the email.
I don't know
All the details.
what more to tell them. We might confirm that we're hoping to be outdoors instead of indoors, so that they're not.
I've talked to Andy
Okay.
a lot about both things.
All right, so no surprise when we show up.
Very good. Thank you all for your work on that. Okay, grants such as Community, anything else?
I have a question about that.
Okay.
When do we have to make that grant application for community tree?
It's not, there's more than one. The one we have done is in the fall, but I think there's also one in the spring, but I'm not sure.
Well, we intend to do a fall planting with the community trees, so I assume it's during the summer sometime. So this would probably be something that our new forester arborist will handle, right?
Well, I think Tim is on it. I don't know how far along he is on it, but he did it last year and he's
Okay.
looking to do it again. So let's wait for Tim, I think.
Okay, along that lines, I think one of the things we had discussed before was trying to team up with some community group for volunteers.
Yes.
It was, and I guess we can talk about this later in the summer as we move closer to that event. There was one idea I had. We had talked about Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts before. But there's another idea that came to me because I saw some announcement about the Michigan City High School Honor Society was doing some community work of some sort, and just struck me that, hey, that'd be a perfect group to approach and get them plugged into something like this. I think I might have sent an email to some of
And
you about
that's
that.
what our new city forester
That was what I was
because she
thinking.
used to
Right, of
teach
course.
there, and
Right.
she started a group, et cetera, et
They
cetera.
have they have a lot of different groups now doing different things that
Yeah.
I think they push it out to all of the clubs and see what
Also,
they
Promise Scholarship kids have to put some
Sure.
community service.
We have to broaden what they can do. I think they should be able to support any.
So we want to, we definitely want to plug into some volunteer groups, other than having Betsy and Tim and I
Yeah,
planting all the
it was,
trees.
Laura
We did, or Laura, I'm not sure who
I
was there,
wasn't
but
there for very long.
Yeah, we did it last year.
we need help.
Yes, we do.
Sounds good.
Oh, along the grants, I have another.
Yeah.
We did apply for the NIPSCO grant
Yeah.
again this year, and we're not successful in getting it
Last year or this year?
last year and this year.
And this year? Okay.
Yes,
Why not?
I don't know. They just denied it.
How much was it?
I think it's
Next time,
up.
let me kind of look at it, since I used to be a part of the committee to review though.
Excellent.
Sure, it was up to $5,000 if I remember.
Right, yeah, between 500 and 5,000.
I submitted the same grant material, grant application, but I tweaked it a bit with some new information that I had, but didn't go anywhere. So, but that's good. Next year I will
And
run it by
Should that
you.
be for more trees or for?
It was money
It's
to use.
environmental, it could be broad, it could
Any way
be
we want it.
projects, it could be,
I framed it as money to buy trees, to plant trees. But we
maybe
could,
we do it for programming, make it more it's, people like programs, so if we call it, it could have been our Earth Day program with tree giveaway, they like that
mhm.
kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
I am hopeful for next year with a new arborist / forester.
Well, and then there is that other grant program, or grant money that Betsy discovered in LaPorte County.
Oh,
that-
it's the Unity
The
Foundation.
Unity Fund that we'll be
They
talking
have a
about
tree
at
fund,
some point.
and when I called I reported on this
Yes.
a few months ago. I called their person in charge, and they were finishing their year at the time, so she didn't have much time to talk to me. But she said there was no special application, that she just needed a letter from the mayor. And she said the tree fund, I'm sure you've heard of the Unity.
I'm on board.
Oh, well, I forget the lady's name.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
She said the tree fund is rarely used. And I know they must have a few dollars because I've donated to that for several years in a row.
I'll follow up on
And,
it. But I would think that it could be a letter from the actual tree board.
okay, well, she said the mayor.
Okay, we'll
Since
follow
we,
up.
but anyway, it didn't sound like it would be difficult to get the funds, and there was even no parameters on how much. But as I said before, they often give grants in the thousands of dollars, and
One of the things, I think I guess maybe I'm just seeing 1,000 trees coming in right, this month, but I think we need to program to coordinate with some of these high school and other groups.
absolutely.
I think we have sources of trees. We just need to get them in the ground somehow.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And
that's a taken care of.
and even with that, like I said, if you get students involved
Yes.
program wise and you provide healthy snacks and you do all that money costs, and you use
Sure.
grant money for that,
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
important.
Right, and
Yeah.
publicity isn't always free.
That's
Yes.
right.
And the student stuff is a perfect
Yeah.
segue for us.
Well, we may even need to appoint
Community.
like a student coordinator or some volunteer
Yeah.
coordinator. It doesn't,
Kinda cool.
pay them some nominal fund. The students,
I know, I think, I have someone in mind.
oh.
Anyway, I shall not say out loud.
Oh, okay, I think I know who you mean, but, yeah, it would be nice to have, to be able to, pay some people for,
Right.
Well, on Servicescape, right, they've been donating their time and equipment, and it'd be nice to give them some money too, like,
right.
they could plant more trees if we maybe subsidize it, because they were giving it away,
Oh, wow.
Right.
like over $1,000 of whatever, time and equipment.
Well, last fall, when we planted October 1st, somebody went out and dug the holes for us.
I can get a service kit.
That's Servicescape,
Oh,
and they
okay.
donated that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a lot. Okay, well, good. I think that's all more we can do on that for this evening. But excellent, irons in the fire. Annual tree planting, tree request list, watering reminders. I think we've covered that.
I'd like to follow up with the people who we've planted trees.
Oh, the
for.
annual
We might go
reminder.
And say like,
Yeah,
hey, your tree's looking good, or take that stuff, the job, take that pyramid down, or whatever. Maybe we make a little hang tag or something that we can come around and say, hey, we see your tree's doing great, keep watering it all summer. Some kind of a positive
Affirmation.
thing, yeah, with like maybe a door hanger or something like that. I mean, it's kind of-
Well, I have a whole collection of door hanger thingies, so when we decide to utilize them, here's one in
oh, excellent,
English and Spanish.
excellent.
But the best way to use these is when you put the tree in the ground. Then you either attach this to the tree or to the homeowner's front
Yeah.
door. And it's a watering reminder about the mulch and about if it needs to be unwrapped.
Let's get back in the good graces of Beecher printing so we can get some
Yeah, it would
of
be
these great
nice to have
materials
this
printed.
printed by somebody other than me.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
we'll go for
Yeah,
sure, yeah. No, it's fine.
Well, this was printed with the help of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, so we would need to cover that up.
Well, and maybe the Indiana Department of Natural Resources could provide, or already has something like that.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Tree City designation.
Yep, well, we got it, of course, and then I saw the stickers up. Did you put those up yourself?
No, I took the 23 years stickers from the Arbor Day Foundation for Michigan City's 23rd year as a Tree City arrived. Thank you, Dahlia, for those, and I did get them over to Streets, and Sean Smith put them up, and I phoned him saying, because I think we had missed an email, because I was saying like I can put them up, and he said they're already up.
Oh, good.
So that's great. So there are 4 signs around town say Tree City, hanging on the same post as Bird Town. I had to get that in. Okay, super. Okay, and now we move on to the Arborist Search Committee.
You're just frustrated because
Done
there
with
isn't
that.
a
Yeah,
bird
we
board.
talked about that already.
Yes.
Not
We've
yet.
done searched.
Okay, so yes, the things are in motion, the process is in motion. We've sent out our strong recommendation. Okay, usually for the next part for arborist report, we defer until we have an arborist. But anyone want to say anything on any of the items that are there, or shall we just continue on?
Well, that arborist will need to be making a survey or some sort of plan. And surveys can be expensive and time-consuming, and sometimes they're done with the help of volunteers. So if we have students who maybe don't want to dig a hole in the ground, but are good with mapping, we should keep in mind that
There are many activities that the student volunteers can work on.
many things that they can do.
Yeah, good point.
So one of the, I was thinking how we might want to prepare for the arborist. I wasn't on the board when there was an arborist with the city. Perhaps Angie, you might, or not Angie,
I
but
was around,
Dahlia,
yeah.
you might have been. So you might have a better idea of some of the things that they would be doing and stuff. I wondered if we might want to be maybe planning on a working group with this person once they come on board, not a regular meeting, but somewhere else where we'd be sitting down talking about ideas of what they should be doing and how to approach the job and giving them the information that we have anyway to give them a heads up on it.
I think Laura is a good person for that, because you've been on a tree board even longer than I have, and I've been on for quite a few years, so yeah, that'd be good. Like, we would meet with her and just kind of give her what we remember from the last arborist and what we like, and
Because I just remember when I first came on the board, I was, I had no idea what the board really even did. And then I slowly learned there had been an inventory at some point, and there were all these other plans that had been developed and weren't followed through on and stuff. And then all that information needs to be assembled for this person so they can educate themselves on at least everything that's been done in the past.
Well, there is a good description of the city forester online. And there are various.
Yes, but that doesn't include the information that,
No, it doesn't include how to do any of those
Yeah.
things. Well, I will volunteer my technical expertise in any way I can to get this person up to speed, and that's why I was asking about the office, because one of the things I can offer are certain references. You know, somebody calls up and says, hey, I got this tree, I don't know what it is, or, you know, it's about to fall on my house. I have a book about tree risk identification, and that's,
Super.
I think would be very useful. And I have already forwarded to her email a couple of classes that are offered by the Chicago Region Tree Initiative, which unfortunately, or fortunately, doesn't cover Michigan City, but they were offering classes for municipal arborists and foresters.
Good.
And not, you know, and it would be a good way for her to meet people who do similar work in other
Very important.
cities and towns.
And I think you mentioned that at the executive session, right?
Yeah.
And that might be a good thing to share with the board altogether.
Well, I don't know if I was jumping the gun, but when I first asked him about whether it would be appropriate for me to forward some of this educational information to her.
The candidate.
To the candidate, thank you, before she actually was given the job, and he said, it's okay. So she got on the waiting list for the course that I had in mind, but there will be other things. And these are also tied in with the Morton Arboretum, which is a pretty major source of
Great resource. Yeah.
training and information for people in the field. So I'm going to make it my business that this person has the information about trees that they need.
Excellent. Okay, anything else on the arborist report? I'm gonna move on. Okay.
I have to excuse myself.
Sure, I understand. Thank you for coming and good luck with everything.
Yes.
Okay, on old business, I had a list of some things, so I'm just gonna jump in unless anyone else wants to. So I did watch the hour-and-a-half meeting from last month, and a couple of things came up. A list of arborists, there was talk back and forth with the controller's office, and we were hoping that Carrie was gonna send a list to the board.
This is one of the things we mentioned too.
Because I think it started at the controller's office and it went around.
Contractors, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
And
certified.
Skylar said, sure.
certified arborists that can
That was the last.
be used as contractors.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
Laura,
need to remind Skylar
okay,
that he was.
thank you. Okay. Jessica's list of invasives. I had a note about that. And going way back, but maybe again, this is when we get an arborist set, but I'm keeping a list
A
of
lot of
things.
that stuff is on that old website that I shared with you guys.
Great,
You guys know
great.
what I'm talking about,
Yes,
the one that's not really official.
right. In fact, I made a copy. It's really nicely done, because I want to make sure that Dennis sees this, because he pulled together a list of trees, but I mean, I think it kind of mirrors what's here, and we can just have something that says, go to this website. And I know you
Can I
reference it,
Can I
yeah,
see the one that says tree board that he wrote?
yes,
we should go on a warpath about invasives. I mean, especially honeysuckle and these Bradbury pears.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's so obvious now with this, at this point in the spring, when you look at a forest
Oh,
and
yes,
that
yeah.
everything is brown
Right.
except for the honeysuckle that's
Yeah.
coming out everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can see how dramatically it just takes over the forest, because it's one of the first things that comes out, just like the pears. And then it clouds out everything else, and it's, my gosh, it's awful.
And garlic mustard's coming too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
so Betsy, did you want to make a comment or shall I keep go on?
About, well, I was just wondering if this information about the Michigan City Tree Board should be what's on the flip side
Super,
of the, I'll make it in larger type.
with our logo.
Yes.
Good. Okay, and I was gonna put in a plug actually, so that information, I did put it on the Facebook page, but early on, maybe I'll pin that up to the top. And I got it from Dahlia's website, /nature, so that's, plug into that.
Should I
That's-
hold on to this?
Oh, you can have those, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
In the last meeting, there's talk about 11th Street, and I was hearing, I went back a couple times, catenaria?
Catenary are those, the overhead wires.
Oh, thank you, okay, thank you. All right,
I mean, that's the word, catenary is not what they call it.
That's a new one for me too.
I also, and I don't know if this was under communication, I just was gonna note that Tim did reach out to the city of LaPorte on their urban forester, and they switched to having a contracted urban forester, so, that was a follow-up point from the last meeting. And, yes, also the notice in the Beecher, which, Jim, thank you, that had come up, and thanks for stepping up on that. So that's what I have for old business. Anyone else have any?
I'm just, maybe I'm being too sensitive here, but I'm just, think that we should use consistent language about this person, this candidate we're recommending to, the position is city forester. An arborist, is a person, well, maybe,
I don't know.
some places it says
They changed it.
arborist.
They change, yeah.
But in some places it says city forester, but if you're hiring an arborist, you're thinking of somebody who has the technical skills to go out and plant and cut and do things with trees, and this is not the candidate we were looking for or that we found. We're looking for someone with the big picture
Yeah.
and the leadership and the educational, and we found that person. But we should not call that candidate an arborist.
Well, this may not be our battle at this time.
Okay.
And I would like to get a body, especially a really good candidate, in there. And then I think that
I have
person
no
can
argument
help
with
lead the
who
charge,
you're
but
who we recommend.
we're lucky that we, even with a mislabel, that we were
I
able.
think that's a good
And I
point
think
though,
others-
Betsy, because we do need to kind of
Oh, yeah.
settle on what we're going to.
But there's so much that's in our power and stuff that isn't, so we'll.
Yes.
Okay.
The ordinance says forester.
Yeah.
And they've been called foresters
And
until
I think that's what it should
this
say.
search.
And I think with the tree board, we've generally tried to say arbor/forester, so.
Right, but
Straddling.
these contractors that are acceptable to the city,
Right.
they are
That's different.
arborists.
Yes.
Because
Correct.
if you have a tree fall on your house, or you need it sawed up, or you need it removed, that's who you call.
And there was confusion, wasn't it? Because the ordinance says forester, but the ad and the job posting said arborist, didn't it? So I was confused about yes.
I believe that occurred when the salary was increased and the mayor thought a forester is a person who plants lumber. So he did not understand urban forestry idea, I believe.
Okay,
That was my thought.
I suggest we discuss this more later
Okay,
and move on.
good with it.
Thank you. I'm gonna go on to comments from board members.
All right, I have a comment.
Yes.
Tomorrow at 6:30, Green Drinks, which is an
Thank you.
online, activity, is gonna discuss native plants, pollinator gardens,
Excellent.
and butterflies. And if you want information, including the Zoom link, it's on my webpage on the front page, so.
Thank you, Dahlia.
And tell them,
Do you
please
know
tell them
who's going to
about
be
that.
speaking?
I don't remember the name, but you can go take a look, yeah, I don't know. I know Victoria Winning is part of it, but there is somebody else too that's not an expert, so I'm just gonna go.
Great.
You sit at home, you watch it, and suppose they drink, so.
Betsy, any?
I made my comment, thank
Okay,
you.
great, thank you. Laura? No, me? No.
Nothing further.
Oh, okay. I already got the bird count in there, so I'm done. Okay, any comments from the public? Okay.
Sir, did you have any comments for us?
No.
All right, ask 3 times.
Any comments from the public? Any comments from the public? Any comments from the public? Seeing no public here, I will move on. So our next meeting is going to be May 3rd, right here at the IBEW building at 6:30, as usual, regular scheduled meeting. So can I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I may not be there on May 3rd because I'm planning to be at the farmer's market May 6th.
Okay, so noted. And I won't be at the main meeting either. Okay, but I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of this motion, but at the main meeting, I did, when I kind of asked people, I did, Dahlia, I believe you will be, James, yes, Tim said yes, Laura, yes, but Betsy, no. That's a no. But that gives us 4, and possibly Dennis.
Dennis and then Angie.
That's right,
So we have a full board now, membership-wise, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Very good.
Okay, so Dahlia, I believe I interrupted your motion to
Motion
adjourn.
tabling, I move to adjourn.
Second? Laura? All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
We got lots of.
Wow, that was.